Hello, Zach Yelton here, Director of Premium Services at Coastal Shores Landscape. This is your December Lowcountry Landscape Report. Thanks so much for tuning in today. As we move into December, by now we've actually had a light frost here in the Lowcountry. We've seen a couple of frosty mornings, nothing heavy, nothing deep yet, not even a hard freeze, but we've had enough to kind of shut down our turf grasses. Our lawn for the most part, pretty brown right now. In addition, some of our real sensitive plants, our tropical foliage plants, and even some of our perennials are starting to end their growth cycles this season. So as we step into December here, we are wanting to talk about winter dormancy and what does that look like for you and your landscape. So a few of the things that our maintenance teams are going to be doing on your property are we're going to be looking for perennials, sensitive plants that might have been affected by this frost that we've had recently. As we move through December, we're going to have certainly some more freezing temperatures, frosty mornings, and maybe even some temperatures that get below 32, below freezing. So our sensitive plants, our tropical foliage plants are going to be pretty sensitive to that stuff. So our guys, you can expect to see them look for that kind of stuff as they go through your landscape. So things like split-leaf philodendron, farfugium, shell ginger, and several other tropical foliage type plants in your landscape, those are going to be pretty sensitive to this kind of frost. So our guys are going to be looking to cut that stuff back, renewal prune those in some cases, get rid of all that dead and brown and yellow foliage that comes on there. Perennials, things like rudbeckia, echinacea, lantana, salvias, any of the perennials like that you have in your garden, those are also going to be shutting down for the season. So nothing's going wrong with them, nothing's dying on them. Those are natural things that happen. So our guys are going to be looking to cut those back. If you are someone who takes care of your own landscape at home, you should be looking to cut those back and mulch over them this time of year. That mulch layer, whether it be pine straw or mulch, either one is just as good. It just keeps that frost off of the crown of the plant. That center crown of the plant is what we want to protect. So our guys are going to be looking to do that throughout the months of December and into January. Many of you start to ask this time of year about crepe myrtles. Crepe myrtles, of course, one of our favorite trees here in the South and give us a lot of great color throughout the spring and summer seasons. Those are losing their leaves right now as those are deciduous trees. So they will go into winter dormancy and they'll grow out of that next spring. Those trees bloom off of new growth, and of course the new growth is going to produce new blooms coming into the spring. So as we're still a little early to do that. We like to start our crepe myrtle pruning in January and February. So you can expect to see our teams delay pruning of any crepe myrtle trees until those months. And we'll have some more talk about that as we move into January. Tune in to next month's video to hear more about that. One other thing I wanted to mention is irrigation systems. So if you're taking care of your own irrigation and you've turned it off by now, good for you. You should have, really our landscapes here, especially this well-established landscapes, only need water about once every 7 to 10 days here in the dormant season. Most things are well established and in the ground and have all the moisture they need. They're just not losing as much water this time of year. So look to shut your systems down. If you have some annual flowers, some bedding plants, maybe some things that would require more frequent water, maybe you can design your system just to run that one zone. If you need help or need help setting up your system that way, our guys are equipped to do that. Just give us a call and let us know. We're happy to respond pretty quick on that. But in general, your irrigation system should be shut down. And if you have the ability to just turn it off and maybe just turn it on once every 10 days or so if we get in a really dry period. But that would apply for old landscapes, existing landscapes, well-established landscapes. Again, brand new installs, sod, plants, those kind of things do need more frequent water even this time of year in the cooler months. I will say water, just good groundwater around the roots of your plants, that actually helps your plant protect it a little better against frost damage. So you get a really cold morning, freezing temperatures. Here in the South, our ground temperatures don't freeze. We don't get, freezing temperatures down 6 or 8 inches down in the ground where our roots are. That's a blessing. That's why we can grow a lot of the things here that we can. But it is a good practice to have adequate moisture all through the winter around the root zone of your plants. That will help protect them a little more against freeze damage in the winter. So a little tip for you there. Hey, thanks so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you as our customers. We hope you're gearing up to enjoy this holiday season and spending some time with your family and your loved ones and cherishing all the moments that 2021 has given us. So thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you soon.